Hey Canucks fans, Bo Horvat back in town today, skating with the team. And as you can imagine, all people wanted to talk about was his future with the Vancouver Canucks. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, September the 12th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to everyone who joined me last night for the relaunch of my new, not so new show, Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. A new look, a new branding, a new feel, new intro, as you guys saw. And I was so happy with how it went. Sure, I have to work out a few technical glitches. I've already made a couple improvements for tonight. But for a first night overall, I thought it went really well. Certainly a lot of energy in the chat, some great donations, new subscribers, but most importantly, continuing to build the community that we have going here. And don't forget, it's a podcast as well. So if you don't want to stare at my beautiful face for 40 minutes, you can actually upload or download or listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Just look up Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. And again, we had so much fun last night. We're going to do it all again tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday night and Thursday night. So join me tonight at 11 p.m. Yes, it's a late start, but join me at 11 p.m. That's going to be my normal weeknight start time for Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, and we can talk about Horvat, Miller, Garland, and others. One other announcement, Canucks After Dark, not going to be tonight. My partner in crime, Parker, is in Seattle watching the Seattle Seahawks take on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. So, and I think he knows that I have bowling tomorrow night. So we have moved Canucks After Dark this week to Wednesday night. Okay, thanks for your patience there. The biggest story that's for the next few days is that all the Canucks players are now coming to town. Last week, there's a skeleton crew of guys like the goaltenders, Kuzmenko, Podkolzin, Mikheyev, Myers, a couple other forwards, Hoglander. But today, some of the big boys took the ice for the first time. And I'm talking about JT Miller with his brand new contract, which admittedly doesn't kick in until next season. Connor Garland was also at practice. Brock Besser was at practice. I can't remember if he was here last week. And of course, Bo Horvat, who I led with at the start of this video. Horvat was on the ice as well. Really nice picture of Boudreau kind of doing a father-son type thing with his hand on Horvat's shoulder, Horvat listening intently. And then the Canucks posted a 10-minute video of a post-practice media scrum. It's cool seeing all the reporters back with the players and coaches as opposed to asking them questions over Zoom. So naturally, after asking Horvat how his summer was, and remember, he had season cut short last year when he blocked an Anton Strawman slap shot against Arizona in the middle of April, and Horvat missed the last part of the season. But before that, he's been remarkably consistent. The season before that, the bubble season, or the COVID season, he played all 56 games in the Canadian division. Before that, he played all 69 games of the Canucks regular season that got shortened. And before that, he played all 82 games in that season. So for the past, up until last season, the previous 3 seasons, he played in every single game, a bit of an Iron Man, so to speak. So it's not like he's not durable at all. In fact, this was a rare fluke injury for Bo. So after talking about the fact that he's fully recovered, sure, his on ice was fine. It took him a little bit longer than he wanted to get into the gym, but he said he feels like he's in really good shape. All the talk went to his contract, or quite frankly, lack thereof. And we're talking about a contract extension. Remember, we still have him for another $5.5 million for this upcoming season, but he's going to be looking for a new contract, just like JT Miller got his new contract. He referenced JT Miller, said it was great to have Miller back, that they get along well, that they're great friends off the ice, really trying to always having to put to bed those rumors that they don't get along or that there's a rift in the room. By the way, those are rumors that I never believed in, but people like to make up stories, as you guys know. Oh, anything for a headline, right? Or anything for some views or some clicks. Okay, back off my soapbox now. So then they asked Horvat, are you surprised that you don't have an extension? What's the process? Are you confident? Do you want to be here? All those questions. And Horvat said exactly what you'd expect him to say, that he wants to be here. He can see himself being a Vancouver Canuck for a long time. He loves the city. Him and his wife love the city. They love the people. They love the fans. They love the team. He loves all the upgrades that they made to the team, in particular on offense with Mikheyev, with Kuzmenko. missing a couple guys, Lazar and Joshua, of course, but mainly Kuzmenko and Mikheyev from an offensive standpoint. So he loves the team, he loves the city, he loves the fans, and he wants to be here. He also said that the negotiations, he's going to leave to Pat Morris, his agent, and handle them as privately as they can. And hopefully that's the case. So nothing that Horvat said surprised me, basically, from what I've known of him for his many years as a Vancouver Canuck and from what I expected him to say, because you never want to say anything that's going to jeopardize the negotiating the negotiation process, I should say. The Canucks and Rutherford and Alvin, to their credit, have said the similar things, that they like Bo, they want to sign him long-term, he can be a big part of this team, but so on and so forth. But they're saying the same things that they said about JT Miller, that they like the player, that it is a process, and that they're confident that they will get a deal done because they want him to stay. They said those three things about Miller, and they're saying the exact same things about Horvat. And when I think about it, I really think, although some people think, well, with Miller in the middle, Petey in the middle, then Horvat becomes a trade chip. People are worried about how much he's going to make. I still look at everything he brings to this team, that consistency, that durability that I talked about, the leadership on the ice, off the ice, in the locker room, in the community. And he does so much for the city and the fans outside, following guys like Linden, like Naslin, like Sedin, other captains. He's really good about that kind of thing off the ice. But on the ice, he's so consistent. He's a 50, 55, 60-point guy, being about 0.75 points per game the last 4 seasons. So he's really, really settled into a good role as a second-line center, some good numbers. And if you actually play him on paper as a third-line center, he's going to be among, if not the best third-line center in the entire NHL. So I think the Canucks will find a way to re-sign him. I'm not worried. Of course, his first day back in the city, that's all that people wanted to talk about. And I'm sure people will talk about it going forward until a deal gets done. Will a deal get done before preseason? A deal get done before the regular season? I'm not so sure. The more I think about it, though, Rutherford and Alvin are so good about keeping contract negotiations under wraps. Maybe they're pretty close and we just don't know about it, and they're going to announce something in the next 2 weeks. We shall see. But if you're asking me, I would love Bo Horvat to say, you guys know he's my favorite current Canucks player. Luongo is my favorite all-time Canucks player. But I really like Bo Horvat, not just because Sean caddied for him or I wrote a song about him back in the day. It's because I think he brings so much to this team, and I think he's a valuable piece of the puzzle. And as he said, he wants to get better. He knows this team is going to be better, harder to play against, wants to win all the good things. Lastly, the other thing I appreciate about Horvat, he's very humble, he's very honest, and he said that he still wants to work on his defensive part of the game and being more consistent and becoming more of a difference maker that way as well. We know that the offense is there, but maybe some more consistency on the defensive side. So all to say, first day back for Horvat. He answered the questions, answered them well, and we'll just have to track this story as it goes. Canucks fans, let me know your thoughts on Horvat. Do you like him? Do you love him? Do you dislike him? Do you think he's dispensable now that Miller is here long term? Or do you think we need to lock him up because of all the things I talked about, and then it's just going to be a matter of how much and for what term? Leave in the comments below. I'd love to know what you have to say about it for sure. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, and all my Hall of Fame and franchise members. And thanks to all of you for supporting me on this channel. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Leave a tip, a super thanks if you'd like to. Become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to. And definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Let me know what you think of Bo Horvat. How badly do you want him to re-sign with the Vancouver Canucks past this season? And if you made it this far, 9 minutes in, because we're talking about Bo, if you saw my song from about 5 years ago, you know we called it 53 Horvat Magic. It was a parody on Bruno Mars' 24 Karat Magic. So type in the words 53 Horvat Magic, and then I know, you might not have watched the music video, but I know you made it to the end of this particular video. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I'll see you tonight at 11 p.m. for Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. God bless, and go Canucks go.